So today we'll start about SonarQube. Before telling what is SonarQube and all, let's go back yesterday and day before yesterday what we have done is we were managing the source code right in GitHub. So managing means maintaining the code, if any conflicts, resolving it, reverting, resetting, all these things comes under management only, code management using GitHub or Git client. So now our team is there, developers are there, multiple developers are there. They are pushing their code daily to GitHub. That's normal. I mean, every day they'll push it. So whatever the features they're working on, they'll push it. So what should we do after they push the code? We should do something. Like either we need to test it one thing, we need to build it or we need to deploy it somewhere so that everyone can able to access it. Correct. So here what we are doing is the next step after the source code is ready and all, we test the code. Remember, we test the code. So SonarQube is helpful for testing the code. You may think like we don't know, right? I mean, we don't know what is the code. I mean, we didn't wrote it. It's some developer who wrote it. But why we need to test it? And how we would know whether it is okay or not? That's SonarQube will take care of actually. So of course we don't need to know about the code what they have written, but what we do is we use this SonarQube tool to test the code. Whatever the results will be taken care by developer. Because they wrote the code, they'll understand it, right? Okay, this function or this has something is wrong, blah blah something. So SonarQube, from our point of view, we need to set up this tool, we need to analyze the code, and whatever the results, we need to pass it to the developer so that they can do changes or whatever everything if required. So this we have to install this tool actually. We have to anywhere, I mean Windows or Linux, it does not matter really. So SonarQube is available anywhere to there. And Sonar Cloud also there. You can register Sonar Cloud. But I haven't so far I haven't used Sonar Cloud, so it's our own maintained one. So this Sonar Cube tool, what is advantage is it supports all the languages. I mean, like I think there are around 20 to easily 15 to 20 languages are there, like Python, Java, Ruby, R. So many are there. Even I don't know, I mean 20 of them, but there are so many. So this Sonar Cube supports each and every language. It means it can check the analyze the code of every language. So whatever the language, let's say we use Java, it will analyze that. We use Python, it will do that. If it is, let's say, some other thing, it will do it again. So there is nothing. I mean, there is nothing it does not support. It support all these things, and it has a dashboard. Dashboard means in the UI we can able to access the Sonar Cube, where we can able to see it clearly. What we are analyzed, what Sonar did, and SonarQube, what it will do is it will decide the percentage also, how much the code it has been scanned, how many bugs are there, how many vulnerabilities are there. So everything it will show. I mean, it won't analyze your logic, whatever it is. It will analyze your syntax, not the logic. Logic cannot be tested with SonarQube. Remember that. So it will check the syntax and some rules which generally everyone follows while writing the code. That's SonarQube will check. All we have to do is install SonarQube, analyze, scan it, analyze it, let the developer take care of the results. So this is our part. Of course, we have to integrate this in some multiple places. That we'll see. So now, where do we start? So let's start from installing the SonarQube. So SonarQube actually developed in Java. Got it? So if we want to run the SonarQube, Java should be present. Why Java is required? You know, because it's the platform that it's developed on. If you want to run something, the platform is required. So if there is no platform, we can't run anything. Correct. Let's say we have a car, it runs on diesel or petrol. It's like a platform. If you don't have that, it won't run, right? It won't work. There is no point of having it. Similarly, SonarQube also, it's developed in Java, using Java, Java language. So if you want to install and run SonarQube, you need to have Java to be installed. So first thing what we have to do is install Java next. Sorry, install the SonarQube. In the Sonar, you can see download option is there. So community edition developer enterprise. We can download community because it's free. Remaining all are paid. Mm, 9.9. So what is this LTA means? Long term active version means this is the version which been using by people since so many days without any issues. So we can use the same thing. Let's download it. It's downloading a zip file if you see. Now keep it in downloads or let's say documents. But now what we have to find now is which version of Java is required for this. That's one. Even I don't know. We have to see. How to see? There are usually Java 8 mostly or Java 11. How to do it? Simply, I will try to figure out what to do. So it will show, see, there will be a requirements page usually. So there is a question. Let's go to answer. So we need Java 17 it seems. So if you want to run Java 9.9, where is it? You need Java 17, OpenJDK 17. Correct? What is the version that we have downloaded? I think it's 9.9 only, right? Yep. Let's go here. Yeah, 9.9.6. So now we have to download Java 17, OpenJDK 17. I'm not running on Linux machine since my laptop is already there in Windows. So I'm using it. It will be similar steps in Linux also. Nothing will change. So okay, 17 download. Sorry. Download. Mm, Open JDK 17. All you have to do is check the operating system. This is Mac OS, not required Linux. Windows, this is our required JDK. You can download maybe MSI. Yeah. If it is Linux, what you will download? See this one, Linux. You can download tar file, or if you want to down install with RPM or Debian, Ubuntu or Red Hat, you can download this, or you can simply download the tar file, untar it. That's it. Maybe let's try in Linux only. Don't try in Windows. Let's try in Linux. Cancel it because since we will be using mostly Linux, so let's try with Linux. Why to have it in Windows? Come on. Not sure whether the account exists or not. Mhm. Let me create an instance. It's already running. Let me just this process. I mean, you already seen this creating an instance. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think it's running. Let me connect. I am yes. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, updated. Now I had to install Java. First thing. So similar here. So I told you Linux 64-bit JDK. I'll simply download this tar file. Copy link address. If you remember, I told you wget or curl you can use to download files. It's downloading. Yes. So now there is a small thing, when we install Java, it should be available for every user. Like let's say in Linux there will be so many users, right? It will available in so many, obviously they'll be using it, and obviously Java is required for all of them. So if you keep in slash root like this, no one can access it, right? Except root. In our case, we want to access every user. So what we do, so we'll keep this star file in OPT. So this is a common place where everyone can access it, and we have to, oh, sorry, we have to untar it, untar, sorry, ZZ, right? Tar icon XYZ, whatever is open, let it, yeah, I think it's untarred. Yeah, see, it's not mandatory to download from this website. There is Oracle website also. You can download from here also. Oracle is official. This is some other website, openlogic.com something. Whichever is comfortable, you can download, no problem. So this is the Java. So now I just rename this one. MV open logic to open JDK. Which version now? 21. Okay, 21 I downloaded. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see if this works or not. Now I just downloaded the zip tar file and I kept in OPT and actually extracted it. Now, still we can't use Java now. Still the system doesn't know the Java because it's third party tool and we haven't installed it. We just downloaded, extracted it. But how the system know is we have to define an environment variable so that this will know. I mean, what will know? This Linux server will know. Okay, once we define an environment variable, Linux server will know. Okay, this is what this is like Java is there. This is where it's present. Let's say you don't know. Simply install Java on Ubuntu. So many are there. Let's go to yeah. Let's go to maybe DigitalOcean. Okay, he's installing the default JDK. That's okay. 11, blah blah blah. Yeah, we'll see this one. See, he's downloading the file, our file, and he's extract. Obviously, he's extracting it. See? And blah blah blah. He's copying to his server. These are all fine. Yes. Now from this we have to follow setting up the Java home environment variable. So here this is the command he gave. Let's see what this command will do is usually if there are, let's say, multiple versions, you know, in Java in your server, multiple Java versions in your server, it will show you like this. But in this case, we don't have anything. It's just only one version which is there. So all we have to do is set a variable like this. That's it. That's it. Even we'll do it simply like let export Java underscore home. What is the path slash opt slash open jdk, correct? Sorry. This is our Java user. Am I correct? I think yeah, that's fine. That's it. Let's try whether Java works or not. No. See, Java not found still because we downloaded it and we just set the env variable. That's it. But the executable file is not taking. We have to we have to do something for that. Let's see what they have written. Mhm, mhm. Let me try this, set this variable one more time. Java still not found. Okay. Where? Let me think. So we downloaded the version and we extracted it. We kept an OTP, we set a variable, and we tried this. There is no alternative for Java. Still it won't come. Yep, Java C. Sorry, sir. Nothing. So still it says Java not found. There should be something we need to do here. Mhm. This is fine. Now still not verifying. Let's see. Let's try this command. Let me just let's try. Yeah, someone is saying something.
Maybe we have to use hyphen version.
Let's try your thing. Shekhar, let's see. It says Java command not found, which is this is not found, not related to this version. If this works, it'll come. Got it? We can install this still, but I don't want to
Yes,
install this. Let me try like there is a command. I'll explain you once. Let me first install this. Alternatives. Okay, spelling is correct. We have to install some package again for this. Let me keep it simple then. Let's forget about all these. See, we can download any of this. Let why do time waste? Let's try this. OpenJDK JRA will this work? Let's try. It worked. Java 17. You can see it's installed, right? But I'm not sure whether it works or not. But yeah, that's okay. Let's try. No problem. So the Java is in user bin Java. Let's go to user bin. These are all executable files. You don't find the path. Usually Java will be sorry user lib jvm. Yeah. Here Java version C. This is our version. I think we installed. Let's go. This is the path bin. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, these are all the path. Now what we have to do, we have to define the Java home variable with this for this path, wherever it is. So as of now, here is our Java home. Yeah, we have to open JDK, opt open JDK, which is not required for us. So simply unset. Now export Java. Sorry, what is this? This is the path. Copy paste. Got it. Now path is done. Now let's try this. Alternatives. Java. Alternate is not found. Okay. Let's leave it. Let's leave. We have set the variable. Java is working. Let's go to Ubuntu user. Let's try there. Version. Yeah, it's working. Now let's install SonarQube. Got it? Like this. Yeah. Now let's download our SonarQube. Let's install. Forget about this. Copy link address. Wget. It's downloading. Is it downloaded? What? No, this is not the file. So we have to keep it a little different. Hmm. All right. This is not. Let's delete it. Let's download from our local and let's copy it. Let me see. Download documents. It's not fully downloaded. Let's see. This hardly takes 2 minutes. Let's wait. Why it is not downloading? It is downloading, it seems, but if you see, some random thing is coming. You don't want to confuse that. It's not correct approach. Let's download this in our laptop. It's done. Just 1 more minute. It's downloaded. So we have to copy this to the remote. our server SCP hyphen I, what is the key? Download all it's in one. C slash users slash for documents, right? The hell is this problem? This is taking one drive. Let's keep it in music. Paste. Let's open here. Yeah, this is fine. So this is the key pair, obviously. And what is the source? SonarQube. What is the destination? Ubuntu. At the rate, what is the IP address? This is the IP address. And paste. What is the path slash opt? Yes. Fail to upload permission denied. Okay, let's change to different path. It should be working now. Yeah, it's copying. Meanwhile, we log into our machine again. It's copying. See, to home Ubuntu 37. Let's wait. Yeah, it's copied. Now we'll keep it in slash opt. Just check Java version is coming or not. Yeah, it's coming. Now this is a zip file, right? Is it? I zip command is not found. Okay. It's unzipping. Let's see. We have SonarQube. Let's go to this directory. These are all the content which is present inside this. First, let's go to conf. This is the Sonar configuration file, the main Sonar configuration file. By default, all are commented here since we don't use any of this mostly. But I'll tell you which are few things. So first thing, what is the Sonar port number? Sonar have a port number, so which usually will be accessing in the browser with the port number. So what is the port number? By default, it's 9000. If you see here, of course it's commented. Let me uncomment it. It's not required to uncomment because it's default one. But simply just to show you, so 9000 is the port number. See if you observe default value is 9000. This is the default one. So all you have to do is you don't need to uncomment this one. You just simply need to allow the firewall the 9000 port, run the SonarQube server and access it. That's the only thing here. There is one more thing where we need some database for SonarQube. Why a database is required is, see, SonarQube scans your code, right? I mean, it will analyze your code. It will find any bugs and everything. It's okay. It's doing that. And you doing the scanning, this analyzing every day, maybe 10 times or 20 times. It has to store somewhere, right? This information. Let's say now we came today. Hey, yesterday I've seen, right? I mean, what are some details? I want to know about the details, the last scanning and everything. Where it will store all these things. We need a DB, correct? So there are multiple DBs. I mean, you can set up any DB, Oracle, MS SQL, Microsoft SQL, or Postgres. Any of them. I mean, MySQL don't support, so you can't set up MySQL. Remaining anything you can set up. So this DB part we'll see that tomorrow. No worries. We'll set up Postgres SQL and we just need to enable the Postgres section. That's it. But for today, we'll run the SonarQube and we'll simply just try to access it. I mean, we don't do any scanning, but just whether UI is opening or not. So if you want to do anything under conf directory, sonar.properties is the main configuration file. There is only one file here if you observe. Now go to bin. Sorry, bin. There are so many things. Linux folder 64 bit, Mac OS Universal, Windows 64, something like that. So it depends on your OS. You have to go to specific folder. Let's say ours is Linux, right? CD Linux. This is the file which we need to use to start the SonarQube scanner. I mean the server. Sorry, this is the file. This is shell script usually. We don't need to do anything here. We just need to execute it. So I'm just opened it. So got it. So it depends on your OS. Let's say if we are using this one. So what is it? Windows, and we are running Sonar in Windows. What we have to do? We have to go to Windows folder. Let's go to Windows. What is there? See, usually Windows is .batch files, not .sh. See, correct? Let's go to this one on Mac. sh. Mac also Linux, so sh. So like that, whichever is OS is there, you have to go. You can go to the folder. So now what we have to do is that's it. I mean, no need to install SonarQube. It's all changed. I mean, it's all done already. We just download it. All we have to do is run it. Run this script. If then we see any errors, then we'll see something. I mean, we'll sort of fix it. So by default, SonarQube cannot run as a root user. So currently a root user, right? We can't run as this. So let's go to Ubuntu user. We have a normal user. But first, before going, let's give Ubuntu user some permissions. We'll give ACL access. Ah, ACL is also not found. New valid option I can. Oh, sorry, set FACL, right? Then I forgot. Yes. Now let's exit. So currently we're an Ubuntu user, correct? Let's go to OPT SonarQube. Let's run the script. Bin, what is also is Linux 64. I mean, this is our Linux Sonar. As I told you, right, if it is Windows, you have to execute the Windows script. If it is Mac, you have to execute the Mac script. For us Linux, we're executing Linux script. And it is asking something. If you want to execute the script, you have to pass a parameter. start, stop, restart, status, dump something. What is our requirement for now? Start, right? We can use simply start. It will start in background. But if you want to see what's happening inside, you can simply use console. Data search sorry, console. What it will do is it will start the same thing. Whatever the start is doing, it will do the same thing, but it will show you what it is doing. That's it. See, it is throwing some error. Cannot create a directory, permission denied. It's trying to create a directory .pad but permission denied. It means Ubuntu user does not have permission to create a directory. Let's see. We have to give permission. Let's try that again. Maybe like this. Invalid character. Okay. Icon R is not supported. Still. Yeah, that's fine. Let me just go to root user first. So yeah, I'm in root. So what is error now? Cannot create a file. Let's change the ownership now. If you observe, root is the owner for this directory, right? Correct? And now we are running as a Ubuntu user. That's why it cannot create. So let's change the ownership to Ubuntu. Now say Ubuntu. Let's try and run now. Let's see whatever. It's creating blah 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 something. Let's see. We have to wait for server is up. If it is come this far, it means it's running. Let's see. So everything forget about all this. Yeah, see it's still going. Mhm. Yes, see, SonarQube is operational. It's running. Now we can access it with the IP address. And what is the Sonar port number? If I remember 9000, right? 9000. Yes, enter. This is, see, it's loading. Let's see. It's asking for password. By default, the password is admin. Let's try. Admin, admin, login. See, it's logged in. It's asking for a new password. Maybe, yeah, let's set a new password. Okay, complete. So this is what SonarQube looks like. This is what SonarQube. These sections, well, I'll explain one by one, don't worry. Projects, first thing, let's see. Projects are nothing but our application code. Let's say in GitHub, this is our repository, right? This is our code, obviously. So this will consider as a project in SonarQube. So when you scan this code, I mean not this code regularly, this is just random files. So when you scan the code of a repository, the whatever the project name or repo name, it will consider as a project. And obviously it will show the issues, what issues are there. See like this. Once we scan it, of course we'll see it. Don't worry. And rules, quality gate, profiles, administration that we'll see. Don't worry one by one. So but today we just seen installation of SonarQube. I know it might be confusing, lots of steps not worked, but I'll tell you in few steps. Don't worry. First, what we did is install Java. Obviously, I tried to download the tar file and untar it and work on it, but it's throwing some error. So what I did is with the apt itself directly I install Java 17. Remember this version because SonarQube 9.9 requires Java 17. That's what Sonar. I come on, correct? So Sonar, why 9.9 only? Why I can't use the latest version? You can use, but it's a long LTE version, which means it is running maybe a year or 2 years, maybe. It's running fine without much issues. That's why they'll call it, they consider it as LTE versions. LTS also sometimes, long-term support. It means it's working and people are using it without any issues. So once we install Java, we set Java home env variable, correct? That's it. Now Java from version we can check it to check Java version. That's it. This is all steps we did to install Java. Now for SonarQube, same thing. We downloaded SonarQube. Of course, what we did for the first time, we downloaded in the server itself, but it's showing some different thing. So we downloaded in local laptop and we copied it. Same thing, you can do the same, no problem. And next, what we did, we kept we kept this zip file in OPT. Sorry, OPT, and untar it, unzip it obviously. So unzip OPT, correct? Once we unzip it, we changed the ownership, change sonar directory to normal user. In our case, who is our normal user Ubuntu user. Why? Why we need to change? Because we cannot run SonarQube as a root user. It is not possible. It will throw error. So that's why we have to run it as a normal user. Normal user means who is not root. Simply, normal user means who is not admin, who is not root. So except root, everyone is a normal user only. So Ubuntu user is a normal user. That's why we chosen it. Let's say you don't want to use Ubuntu, you can create your own user and change ownership of Sonar directory to that user. ch1-r to that whatever the user and use that user. That's it. Same, both are same. Now, what we did is next thing. What we did, any other thing? Once we done this,
Execute such file.
exactly, we ran the bin file or sh file. What was it? sh file. So sh file based on operating system. If you observe, we have Windows folder, Mac, Linux. So ours is Linux, so we executed the file which is present inside the Linux directory. Because we should run it depends on the OS. Let's say if you run Mac OS file here, it will fail because obviously they have the executable file written based on the OS only. If you run Windows in here in Linux, it won't work because the Windows is completely different, right? So they have written the script based on the operating system which we are using. So we cannot run one executable file in other server. I mean other OS. It won't work. So that's it. And we ran it obviously the command sonar.sh, either console or start or stop, whatever it is required. This is what we have seen, right? If we give control, see, sorry, is it stuck? Come on, it got stuck. You can simply do control C, it will stop it. See, just for testing, we ran as a console. Correct, Usually we keep it start only because when you do start, it will run in background. If you run like this with console, it will show you like this. We cannot run any other thing. Since it's the first time, we don't know what errors will come. So I ran with console. Why? Because it will show you if any errors are there. So that's why I ran it like that. Sorry. Slash OPT. Now, what is that? SonarQube. Bin, correct? Linux Sonar SH. I want to check the status. The SonarQube is running. It's running in the background. We have to run it. So refresh. Is it working? Yes, it's working. These are all the steps we did. Correct? And of course, I forgot to tell one last thing. We have to set, we have set the variable, right? Let's see. Export Java version. If you observe, Java variable is not there here. Let's try this echo. Ah, why this keyboard today? It's blank because we just did it like this: export Java underscore home slash user lib jvm home. So like this we did. This user does not have access, so it won't work. But this is a temporary variable. Once you log out the session and log in again, it won't be there. See, it's gone. That's fine. So we have to make it permanent. How to make permanent variables?
Dash
Anyone
or
knows?
shift. Dash or shift.
Any other ways? There are multiple ways. Either you can keep in dash or C, or you can create your own file in profile.d directory and you can keep there. That is also fine. Which anything is fine. So let's keep it in bash or C. Let's copy this. Copy. Dot bash rc blah blah blah. And simply save it. Java home is there present, yes. Now let's exit. Export. Java home is there. Where is it? It won't work because why? This Java home variable bash or C if you keep bash or C is different for each and every user. It won't work like that. So we have to use a common way. The common way, one thing I would say is a safest way. I would say there will be a directory. etc profile.ds. You can create a share, one file here. Something java.sh. sh is mandatory. So keep the same command here. Oh shit! I copied the wrong one. Let me just echo $java underscore home. Yes, simply copy this. Yes. Now let's save it. Give the executable permission for this file. Now update the file. Now export. Java home is here. Let's see if this worked or not. Where is Java home? Blah, 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 blah. Still it's not okay. But is it working? It won't work. No. But how still Sonar is running? You get it what I'm saying, right? See, we didn't set the Java, I mean, home variable. But how Sonar is running? So what we did is we pointed this Java version as a default version in the system to user bin Java. So by default, Sonar is taking this user bin Java. That's why it is taking it. Got it? Let's say still it is not coming, even though our we did the solution. Come on. Do one thing. Simply open this bash RC here in here. This is a bash RC of Ubuntu user. Let's go. Same thing. Export Java underscore home. This we don't set for every user actually. We'll be setting for a common. Sorry. We'll set it for commonly for whole system. Since now it is not working just for since we are running. Sorry, since we are running SonarQube with Ubuntu user, I'm just keeping for here. But usually this is not a good approach. Why? Because we can't set. Let's say there are 100 users in our server. Can we set this export variable to 100 users? No, it's not a good approach. We should set only one time, and it should reflect for every user. That's what usually we do. Just for steps, just for time being. So I'm just defining to multiple users. That's it. Now it can. Yeah, that's okay. So now do remember this while practice. Google it and try. So this is what we did, I guess. Anything I missed? Install Java set variable, of course, Java version to check the Java version. Make it permanent variable for Java home, obviously. For Java home available to all users. Sorry, mind this keyboard. Sorry, it's not working today. Yeah. So for this with this Java is done. Now download it obviously. Yes, we changed the Sonar directory ownership to normal user because Sonar can't be run as a root user obviously. So we are using Ubuntu user. So this is what we change it to and ran the file based on the OS. First we ran with console just to see whether it is working or not. Once it is working, we stopped it and we ran it with start because it run in background. Now once ran it, access SonarQube using port. Access Sonar using port 9000. That's it. So I went into sonar.properties file. I uncommented it. It's not required. I just wanted to show you that's it. So 9000 is the port to use it. You have your IP address or your domain name, whichever it is, and use that column 9000 port. It will open the dashboard. By default, passwords are admin. You know that. You can. It'll ask you to change also. You can change if you want. Got it? Is it clear so far? Any doubts?
No.
Others? Any doubts?
Now, is it DevOps engineer responsibility to install all the packages in companies or other team will do the
Which
installation
team?
process?
Which team? It's you, what you,
Is it our responsibility?
let's say developer is writing the code, correct? And some IT guy is there, he's installing the packages and everything, he's doing all these things, whatever we did today. And what a DevOps guy do? Hmm? Mm, it's our responsibility to do this, all this. Why do they, some other guy installs it? It's DevOps guy responsibility to all this, whatever I did. In some companies, in some, top service-based companies like, Infosys or TCS or something, they may have a different teams. I mean, not just to install. Usually, they have IT teams. We raise the IT teams. I want a server with Sonar install something. They will do the same process and give it to you. But 99.9%, if you went into a product-based company or you went into a good company, some decent hikes, not just like TCS or Infosys, you have to do by yourself. If they're giving you hike, they expect you to install, do all these things. If you want to go to TCS or Infosys, it's fine. They won't ask you, but they won't give you money also. But all I want to say is it's your responsibility, and you have to make sure you know them. I mean, you just can't say hey, IT guys need to insult or something like that. IT guy I worked on MNC. IT guy just gives you the mission. When we request for Linux version, they give us to us. If it is normal on-prem VM, if it is cloud, we will only create it and we'll do setup whatever install. If there is any issues that you're facing at the OS level, maybe something, some usually you see some issues, then we'll go for IT. But no, everything, whatever I have did today or so far, has to be done by DevOps guy. Got it?
Okay.
Is it clear? Don't expect that someone will be there to install all this. You have to do it. Don't go there, with that mindset. Okay? You have to do it. You have to know all these things. It's very basic. Still, the main things haven't started yet. Very basic, just kind of warming up for the work. So yeah, got it right.
Okay.
Any other doubts? Any doubts so far? Any doubts in today's class?
No.
Others?
No, bro. Bro, this can be done in the free tier EC2 instance, right?
Yes,
Any
but no.
specific-
The reason why I did use I think T2 large because SonarQube expects 4 GB memory at least. Otherwise, I mean, it will run. You can run, no problem. But it will be very slow. It will get stuck to run. The performance is not good. That's why. You can use T2 large. It's don't worry, they don't charge you or anything. That's what everyone does. So you can just run it. Once you practice it, stop it. That's it.
Okay.
Got it? So because it expects at least 4 GB memory. I will share the document maybe tomorrow. I have to search it once. But yeah, you just install Java and install the SonarQube. That's it. And log in. That's it. Rest.
T2.medium also works on.
Yeah, medium is 4 GB. It will work. You can try it. Just for
Mm.
safe say, I took it large because it's 8 GB memory. Got it?
Yes.
So tomorrow we'll see, how to install a database for this SonarQube because we need a DB to store these whatever we analyze the project and we download a sample project from internet and we scan it with Sonar. Let's see. Okay. All right then.
Sure.
Let's yeah. Bye everyone. Let's meet tomorrow.